What is up, my ninja? Shinobi here with another Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls video for you guys, and today we're going to be talking about the new post made by Blizzard on their Diablo 3 website. Link will be right down below if you want to read it more in depth yourself. We're not going to read everything word for word, but I will cover it for you so you don't have to go ahead and read it, but you can if you like. This is talking about the preview to Seasons in patch 2.1. As you guys know, the PTR has been going on for quite some time now. In fact, a little too long. I think players are getting really antsy and they just want to jump in and they want to do this stuff, and you know, it's not as fun to do it on the PTR as it is to do it on the live servers. So you know, that stuff hopefully will be coming out soon. We'll talk more about that later on in the video, and also later on in the video I'm going to talk about why I haven't made any videos in the past couple weeks here. You know, the last video I made was talking about the dentist stuff, how I'm going to be getting my mouth fixed and all this kind of stuff, and I do have some update information about that, as well as my plans for seasonals, seasonal and 2.1 and all that kind of stuff, and plans for streaming and plans for videos and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be near the end of the video, but first I want to get into the basic part of the seasonal information. So if you have been playing on the PTR, you probably know most of this stuff already, but to clarify this stuff for those that don't know, because some people have been confused, sending me messages on a pretty regular basis, wanting me to make a video to explain this stuff, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity with them posting this preview thing. They do give us some information that you may not have known before, so let's get into that right here. So the seasonal stuff, how does it work? What is it? You know, if you want to do seasonal, what do you have to do? All that kind of stuff. Well, as you can see from the picture right here, let's say that the new season started tomorrow. Let's say season 1 started tomorrow, and you know, you want to jump in, you want to play. So tomorrow comes and you say, okay, how am I going to do seasonal? Well, you would go and make a brand new character, and all you would do is click the seasonal hero thing if you want to do normal seasonal. If you want to do seasonal hardcore, you just click both of them and make your character. So that's pretty much all of it right there. Pretty simple, nothing too difficult. So what are you going to do in the seasonal activities? Like, what is there to do in this patch for seasons? Like, what is the benefits out of it? What do I get out of it? You know, by doing the seasonal stuff, you have to start completely over. You have to get your professions back up again, your stashes, your gold, your items, all that kind of stuff. You need to start fresh from the beginning. So what's in it for you to do this kind of stuff? Well, there's a few things. In my opinion, not enough things. However, we'll talk more about that later in the video. So, first off, you have the leaderboards. Now, there are multiple things for leaderboards. You have your normal leaderboards, so you don't even have to do seasonal to do the Greater Rift leaderboards, where you try and get as high as you can in the Greater Rifts, try and get as far as you can in the Greater Rifts, and you know, you have your own leaderboard set up for that. But there's also a seasonal one as well for normal, and a seasonal one for hardcore. So there's a bunch of different leaderboards. But if we're talking about seasonal right here, we do have the seasonal leaderboards. So you would start fresh. Let's say you level up to level 70, you get some gear, you start doing Greater Rifts, and you start progressing throughout the Greater Rifts, trying to get as high as you can, and it'll rank you in the seasonal thing for solo, for groups of 2, groups of 3, groups of 4. And it's also, the solo ones are class specific. So you know, there's multiple ways to be on the leaderboard, not just 1 or 2 ways. And you also have a couple other leaderboards too, like the Conquest leaderboards, as you can see right here. So how the Conquest leaderboards work is, what would happen is, say you just got level 70, you're doing everything, you have a bunch of, they're kind of like more difficult achievements that you can do, and these achievements are first come first serve basis essentially. So how that works is the first 1,000 people that, you know, trying to do these conquests and succeed will be marked on the leaderboards here, and you can see the time set, so you can see who the first person was to do Torment 6 Malthael on hardcore or normal or something like that. So you could kind of see how it works a little bit right here. So it's just essentially achievement hunting, but it's just who does it first. Which is pretty cool, but you know, I've never really been an achievement type of guy, but maybe you guys are. Maybe that's something you would enjoy. And you can see some more stuff here. So you have the seasonal achievements, so these are a little bit different. You have the conquest and you have the season achievements, and this tracks your achievement score. So the more achievements that you complete, like the regular achievements you've been doing this whole time, you know, you just redo those again, and you just kind of see who can get the highest in achievements. You can compete with people on the server, or you can compete with your friends, or you can compete with the people in your clan. So you have multiple leaderboards for those things, and those things also, you also have multiple leaderboards within the greater rifts as well. So you know, you can compete with your friends there, or your clan mates, or your, you know, just the people on the server if you're on NA, or if you're on US, or an EU or something like that. So that is the conquest. You can see a little preview of the some of the achievements that you can do. Essentially, they're, you know, I still call them achievements even though they call them conquests. You know, reach level 70, reach level 70 in hardcore, you have the mouthfeel one, you know, so there's quite a few achievements that they'll be doing. And like I said, it's the first 1,000 people that do those, and you see who did it first, who did it second, who did it third, who did it fourth, and just kind of keeps track of that for you. Also, something to keep in mind, because it's something new that they did add to the PTR, if you didn't notice this, is this little tab right here. It is a season tab, so you can go back, like say it's season 3 right now, you can click that tab and go back to see how well you did in season 1, how well you did in season 2, in season 3, and such and so forth. So you know, I think that's kind of a cool feature. They're trying to add more little things to this as they go, and I think that, you know, they're just beginning to add stuff to this. So I know a lot of players have been, you know, kind of a little upset that they don't feel like there's enough there for them, but I feel like this is just the beginning. But that's just my feeling. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It's up to Blizzard, right? So that's the conquest stuff, as we talked about. Now, other than that, you know, you can compete in the seasonal leaderboards, in the regular leaderboards, but other than that, what's in it for you? You know, you got to start completely over. So, you know, what kind of rewards do you get out of doing that? Well, in my opinion, not enough. However, let's get into it. Let's read a little bit here. So, with Season 1, we're introducing 10 new legendaries. These items will initially only be available for seasonal players until the end of a season. So what happens is they're going to have 10 new legendary items that you can find while you're doing whatever on the seasonal server. And at the end of the season, you will, if you did collect some of those items, or any items that you collected at all, it will transfer over to your normal character. So let's say I'm playing a witch doctor right now, and I'm progressing my witch doctor, and then I'm like, oh, I want to do seasonal, so I make a new witch doctor, progress that, and hey, I found some items that I didn't have before on my original witch doctor, and you know, those items would go over to your old witch doctor. All the items would go over. So in a way, if you partake in seasonal, you are progressing your regular characters. You just got to start over level to 70 and then find new gear and things like that. But you know, you can progress, and also the Paragon levels do progress as well. So if you're over there, you have to start fresh with your Paragon levels, right? But the way it works is that, let's say you get to Paragon 100 or 200 during the season, well, that XP that you earned will be transferred over to your regular account. So if that's something you care about, you know, like, oh, I'd rather just work on my Paragon levels, well, you can do that over there in the seasonal thing. But as far as the rewards go, you just have these 10 new legendaries that I'm going to give you a preview on some of them here, because I do have some screenshots here to take a look at. But then at the end of the season, you know, all your legendaries will go over, and these would be included. And the players that don't partake in seasonal won't get these items until the end of a season. They won't be able to find these items because they'll be put into the loot table. Let's say a season lasts for 1 month. At the end of that month, if you didn't partake in the seasonal, then at the end of the month you can actually find these items now because you're in seasonal 2, right? It's season 2. So you have the first item right here. Then you have this one right here. And this one right here. So those are some of the previews to the new legendaries. So taking a look at this next part here, because this is what I really wanted to make the video about, mainly because a lot of the information you may have known before, but this information is a little new. So let's talk about that. We've also put together a badass new transmogrification set that is completely exclusive to seasonal players. Each season, you'll earn a new piece of this excellent armor. One piece of the armor, like just one. So let's say there's 6 seasons and there's 6 items. It's going to take you like a bunch of seasons and a bunch of months. Heck, it might even take you a year to get this full set of transmog. Well, let's see how badass this is. No, not at all. Like, really? This is probably being redesigned still. This is probably just a prototype right now. I hope. Like, if this is going to take you like a year or 6 months or 8 months or 10 months or however long these season stuff is going to be, you know, that's not worth it. I'm sorry. And it says right here, a new helm awaits Season 1 challengers. So, in Season 1, you're going to get the helmets. Season 2, maybe the shoulders or whatever. I don't really completely agree with that, and I'm going to give my opinions about that in just a second. But let's take a look at how do you get this, right? I mean, what's the achievement for getting something like this? Well, just hit maximum level during the course of a season, and the transmogrification pattern will automatically unlock at the Mystic in all game modes. So you just got to hit level 70. Where's the challenge in that? Like, everyone's going to hit level 70. No one's going to be unique. No one's going to be like, hey, look at that guy. He did something amazing and seasonal. No, he just hit level 70. I don't think that's really that great. You know, I had an idea that I actually pitched to Blizzard. I don't know if they'll use it or not, but, you know, they liked my idea, but I don't know if they're going to use it or not. They obviously can't tell me anything like that. But my idea was that every season you have a transmog set that is like a theme set. So, for instance, Season 1, you can get the Fire Diablo set, and it's all red, and like there's fire everywhere, and you have this wicked weapon transmog, and you know, these fire wings, and you just all this really cool transmog that really makes you want to get that. But that's going to be a special set. That's only going to be for players that hit the top 10 in any leaderboard. So let's say you do it on the 4-person group one, or you do it in 3-person, or in solo, or whatever. Only those players will get that. So it kind of pushes players to really compete and get really competitive in this, instead of just being like, I'll do seasonal and I'll just partake and I'll get the same rewards everyone else does. What about the people that, you know, bust their butt to getting to the top of the leaderboards? Like, I know for me, when I did the PTR, and I did seasonal and I did regular, and I got to the top of the leaderboards in both of them for Witch Doctor, you know, the only thing you get out of that is to say, hey, look at me, I'm number 2, or I'm number 3, or something like that. That's it. That's it. Like, you just get your name up there, which is cool. I like that to begin with, but that's just the start. There should be more things after that. There should be more rewards for players that really stand above, so you feel like a king. Like, you feel like, I did this, you know? So, like, if you, for instance, play with one of your friends and he sees that you have that Diablo set that just looks so badass, right? He goes, oh, man, you have that set? That's crazy. I'm like, yeah, man, I got rank 3, you know, for Witch Doctor last season. And he's like, oh, man, you're awesome, you know? It's just more exciting. And it just, I think it would add rewards like that are going to make players want to play the game more, want to get better at the game, get better gear, and so they can compete more and get higher up in these leaderboards. But there also should be, as you guys have done here, there should be rewards for players that, you know, just partake in seasonal to begin with, like finding new legendaries and things like that, which is great. That's a good start. But, you know, what about rewarding the players that really bust their butt to succeed in the leaderboards and not just partake in the leaderboards? So I think there needs to be more stuff there. So that's very important. Now, I did want to talk about as well that I was somewhere in here, a blue post actually responded to somebody and said that just from the way that he was talking, it kind of seemed like the PTR is going to be done in a few weeks from now. My guess is going to be the beginning of September. That's what I'm thinking, and I think season 1 is going to start around the beginning of September. Some people have been asking me what do I think about that. I've seen some rumors, I've seen some things that people have said, I've heard some things from people, and you know, that's my guess, is that it's going to be, I don't know for sure, I don't know from Blizzard or anything like that. They haven't like actually come out and said anything from what I know of up until now, but that is pretty much my guess as far as the season stuff goes, and, you know, PTR being done. But as I said, you know, as we are near the end of the video now, let's start talking about the, you know, this PTR there's been a lot of stuff changing every single week, and that's great, but people are really antsy and they want to just get into 2.1. It needs to come out soon. It just has to come out, even if you just release what we have right now and just improve it as the weeks go on, and that'll make players really want to play the game more. And playing seasonal on the PTR, playing on the PTR in general is just not as fun as playing on live. And for me, what I've been doing is, I'm going to partake in Season 1. So nothing I do in regular Diablo on live right now has anything to do with Season. So there's no reason for me to play Diablo right now. So, other than making videos and things like that, which is another thing I want to talk about, is that because they are changing things on a weekly basis, I don't want to make a bunch of videos that are guides to this class or this or that, and they're just going to change things. They've been constantly changing things every week, so I want to wait until 2.1 finally releases, and then I can make a bunch of videos. It'd be so much easier to do that, and also the videos will actually have some longevity behind them and be able to help more people, and that's pretty much the whole goal. It's, it's why I do this. As far as the dentist stuff itself, I went for a couple appointments this month so far. I haven't been able to make videos because sometimes I got the pain going on with the mouse. Sometimes I have to go to appointments. It makes it very difficult, and also the stuff I talked about waiting for 2.1 to come out. So yeah, it's been making it a little bit difficult. I have been trying to stream as much as I can, like in between appointments and things like that. So if you want to come by the stream, I'll probably be playing some different games until 2.1 comes out. So I played League of Legends already, and like Hearthstone stuff, and I played some CSGO and things like that. So if you want to come by the stream, there's a link right in the description. You can come check it out. Just hit the follow button there. But I will be taking part in the 2.1 stuff when it comes out. It's just not as fun to do it right now, and I'm sure a lot of you guys agree with me on that. And also, remember, all the stuff that I said in this video, guys, is that my opinions, my thoughts, what I'd like to see in the game, what things I don't like to see in the game, so you can leave your own opinions. I want this to be a discussion. You put your stuff down below, and I'll go through and read those. I love reading your comments. Got some really awesome people out there. Leave these really big paragraphs that I like going through and reading, and who knows, maybe Blizzard sees something like that. Give your feedback, just give your feedback. Maybe we can improve the game together, because if you enjoy the game, you think it's fun, I think 2.1's fun. I enjoy it. Do I see it lasting for a long time? Only if they constantly keep updating stuff, like the idea I had with every season coming out with a new, theme set or something like that. Or I'm sure there's going to be new legendaries every season, and more than that, maybe like weekly events or something like that. Something cool, stuff that's really going to make players play on a weekly basis, instead of being like, well, I did the season thing for a couple weeks and I'm bored now, and I'm going to go play something else. We need more to really just get us playing all the time. And I think that this is a good step in the right direction. I think it's fun, but who knows what's going to happen over these next couple weeks, a couple months or so. But I am hoping that that it is fun and people get back in Diablo 3 and really enjoy it. That would be really awesome. So I want to thank you guys for checking out the video. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that kind of stuff. Does help me out, but it also lets me know you're there, and that's important to me, so I know who I'm making videos for and all that kind of stuff. Once again, thank you for all the support, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'll keep you more updated about the dentist stuff. I do have my big appointment at the end of the month where everything's going to get done, and then I'll be pretty sore for a couple weeks after that. So as far as videos on my YouTube channel goes, you may not see that many for the next 3-4 weeks here, but I am going to try my best when I have a chance, like I did today, actually not feeling really that much pain. But yeah, anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and thanks for understanding. See you guys in the next video, and let me know what you think about 2.1. Till next time, I'm Shinobi. Thanks for watching.